Welcome to Bangla City SATV News. This is Nuri Alamin with the headlines. 6 people killed and 2 injured in a road accident on the Bogura-Rangpur highway of Gaibandha this morning. Government is conspiring to remove Alain Khaleda Zia from her life, alleged Party Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi apologized to the country, reveals 3 controversial farming laws after a year of protest. Six persons were killed and 2 others injured in a road accident in Bagchor area on the Bogura-Rangpur highway of Gaibandha this morning. Police and local sources said accident took place when a passenger bus of Honey Poribam coming from Dhaka rammed an auto rickshaw in the area, leaving the 3 passengers of the auto rickshaw dead on the spot and 5 others injured seriously. After taking them to Gaibandhaganj, the Upazila Health Complex, 3 more dead at the same time. The names of the victim were not immediately known. Govindhaganj Fire Service worker Nuri Alam confirmed that the bus driver and his assistant had fled after the accident. The party's Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir has accused the government of plotting to assassinate BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia. He claimed this while participating in a discussion meeting at Dhaka Reporters Unity in the morning. Mirza Fakhrul also claimed that the statements made by the Prime Minister and the Law Minister in Parliament regarding the permission for Khaleda Zia's advanced treatment abroad were false and unreasonable. BNP Secretary General complained that one-party rule was going on the name of the democracy. He also criticized the Prime Minister's and the Law Minister's statement about Khaleda Zia in Parliament. Mirza Fakhrul said that the decision on simultaneously movement with like-minded political parties would be taken later and called for a successful hunger strike yesterday. Members of the detective branch have been arrested, 3 more persons in a case filed for leaking the question paper of a recruitment test of 5 state-owned banks. The arrestees and Parviz Mia, lab assistant of Asrullah University of Science and Technology, Dalwar Hussain, a peon of the AMI University, and Rabiul Awal, cutting master of Hassaniya Printing Press. Wahidul Islam, Deputy Commissioner of Dhaka Metropolitan Police Tesgaon Division, confirmed. The trio gave a confessional statement before a court. Later on, it was sent to Dhaka Central Jail. Meanwhile, Bangladesh Bank has said none of its officials was involved in question paper leak and the irregularities in the 5 state-owned bank officer recruitment examination held recently. Viewers, we're taking a short break. Stay with Bangla City SATV News. Welcome back, and you are watching Bangla City SATV News. Bowing to year-long sustained street agitation by farmers, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi today announced that his government has decided to repeal the 3 contentious farm law by Parliament last year and apologized to the country. Modi also said they decided to repeal the 3 farm laws in the upcoming winter session of Parliament. He also apologized to India and with a true and pure heart that maybe they were not able to convince farmers about the 3 farm laws. However, Modi appealed to protesting farmers to call off their agitation and return to their homes. The Russian military said Thursday that it test-fired its Trishkan hypersonic cruise missile from a warship hitting a target of the White Sea. In compliance with the state-run TASS news agency, the latest test farming is one of the 5 Russia plans to conduct. President Vladimir Putin has dubbed the Trishkan as being invincible, known as Moscow hope, to gain an edge of any armed race with the US amid growing tensions. Hypersonic weapons are known to be much harder to track and intercept than the traditional projectiles, as they can travel more than 5 times the speed, the sound, and the maneuver mid-fight. Research from the Center for Strategic and International Studies of the United States, there may be as many as 300 vessels from China's maritime militia plotting the Spratly Island of the South China Sea at any one time of the Beijing continues to stake at controversial claim of the disputed waters. CSIS also said composed of purpose-built the militia vessels and commercial fishing fleet. China's maritime militia has exploded in tandem with its increasingly assertive claim to almost the entire sea, which was published yesterday in Washington, D.C. Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei and Taiwan also claim part of the South China Sea, where the China has been building artificial island with airstrip, the sheltered port and other military infrastructure. United Nations World Food Programme chief presented a plan on how they would spend $6.6 billion to combat world hunger as a response to Tesla CEO Elon Musk, who claimed he would sell Tesla stock to fund a plan only if the WFP could describe how it would work. David Beasley, UN Food Program Director and former Republican Governor of South Carolina, tweeted a link that they mapped out how the event would deploy $6.6 billion worth of meals and vouchers to feed more than 40 million across the 43 countries on the brink of famine. Beasley said the giving $6 billion could help solve world hunger. Musk responded on Twitter, writing if WFP can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how 6B will solve world hunger, he will sell Tesla stock right now and do it. PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti today claimed she was put under house arrest while the two of her party colleagues were arrested by the police. The former Jammu and Kashmir chief minister also said her party chief spokesperson Suhail Bukhari and spokesperson Nazmus Saqib were arrested. Referring to the Hyderabad encounter, she also said it pattern also be using innocent civilian as human shield and then denying their families the right to be decent brutal shows that the center has planned new depth of inhumanity. A state-of-the-art touchscreen robot has been installed to the Holy Mosque of Mecca. The robots will answer the questions of the worship at least 11 languages, including Bengali, English, also Arabic, English, French, Russian, Chinese, Bengali, and Hausa. Following the smart stoppage system, the state-of-the-technology robot can easily move from one place to another place. Smart Quran and e-devices are being launched as part of this program. For this reason, the visually impaired can also recite the Quran in Braille. President Joe Biden says he is weighing a diplomatic boycott of the upcoming Winter Olympic in Beijing. This means Washington could decide not to send a delegation of the government officials to the Chinese capital. His comment comes just days after the held a virtual summit with his Chinese counterpart to say way to reduce tensions between the two superpowers, which have far over Taiwan trade policies and other issues as well. However, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said the Thursday that President Biden's consideration of a diplomatic boycott is not related to his meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. Rather on, she explained the administration is deeply concerned about the human rights abuses in China's Xinjiang region. iPhone maker Apple is planning to launch fully autonomous vehicles by 2025. Citing anonymous people familiar with this matter, sources said that the company is ramping up the development of self-driving cars. The vehicle's interior would be without steering wheels on pedals and be designed for hands-off driving, with one possible design allowing passengers to sit around an U-shaped seat. Apple has reportedly been working on Project Titan, which focuses on developing self-driving cars since 2014. Bollywood star Preeti Zinta is a mother of two healthy twin babies. She and her husband, Dean Goodenough, recently welcomed their children via surrogacy, sharing the news on social media today. She wanted to share their amazing news with fans on Instagram. According to Times of India, Zinta has been away from the silver screen ever since She tied to knot with Jean Goodenough in 2016. The couple celebrated their 5th wedding anniversary earlier on March, on the occasion of which Zinta called her husband, "The reason I took down at my phone and smiled, then walked into the pool." It looks like these lovebirds were apart from each other at the same time. How about becoming a godfather to panda clubs? It's certainly an unusual thing, but Kylian Mbappe, Paris Saint-Germain footballer, along with Chinese Olympic divine champion Zhang Ziaqi, became the godparents on Thursday to the 2 baby pandas from at a French zoo earlier this year. At the ceremony of Beauval Zoo, the 3-month-old twin cubs named Yandudu and Huan Lili met their godparents, something the French striker described but the big moment for him. The cubs were born to the panda loaded from China in 2012. The arrival at the time was hailed as the some sign of the warming diplomatic ties between Paris and Beijing. Now sports. A match full of twists and turns, but it was Pakistan with the last laugh. Pakistan beat Bangladesh by 4 wickets in the first T20. Bangladesh 128 by 7 and Pakistan 132 by 6. Pakistan recovered from early blows in their chase to beat Bangladesh in the closely contested affairs at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium in Mirpur, Dhaka. It was a very unusual start from Pakistan with the bat. They lost both their openers cheaply and ended up losing 4 wickets, in total inside the power play. Fakhar Zaman and Kujdil Shah set the tone in the middle for the Pakistan and guided the innings gradually with the 56 runs alliance. But it was the partnership between Sadab Khan and Mohammad Nawaz that took place the Pakistan to the finish line with their pinch hitting at the death. The duo put on the unbeaten 36 runs stand of just 15 balls to take Pakistan home in the final over. Pakistan take the lead in the 3-match T20 series. Bangladesh started off beautifully but gave it away at the end. However, the Tiger stretched this tail at the last over, but Pakistan stole the show at the end. Before ending, we go through Bangla City SATV News headlines again. 6 people killed and 2 others injured in a road accident on the Bogura-Rangpur highway of Gaibanda this morning. Government is conspiring to remove allowing Khaleda Zia from her life, alleged Party Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. India Prime Minister Narendra Modi apologized to the country, repealed 3 controversial farming laws after a year of protest. You are up to date with the Bangla City SATV News, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.